some of the town, but has been really surprised at the receptiveness of what we wanted to talk about with our current leadership.
Hello, everybody. Somebody has jacked my chair all the way to the top. Yeah. Still a little high. Holly's here somewhere. She'll be here in a minute. She's in there working. She's in production. Who's batting lead off this morning? Kevin. Whatever will we talk about today? I wonder if we can find something. I feel like we could find something to talk about. She'll be here in a minute. She's in there. Let's see. Here comes Holly. Rain. We didn't get a whole lot of rain after Friday. It rained last night. It's raining right now. It was. I think it still is. Philip, morning. Christy, morning. Morning to you. Holly will be right back. Morning, Brian. Dale. Good to see y'all. Good Monday morning to you, everybody. Thunder Radio Morning Show. We think getting you to work, getting you home from work on this cloudy, rainy Monday morning. Glad to have you with us, Josh and Holly. Holly will be here momentarily. Morning Show brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle. There's many great ways to make you look great, function great, and feel great, including the M-Sculpt Neo treatments. Get rid of that urinary incontinence today. Also, one of the finest surgeons you're going to find right here in Manchester at 482 Interstate Drive, right across the street from Unity Medical Center. That is Dr. James Van Winkle. We have a lot to do today. I don't know what on earth we will ever talk about, but there were some events over the weekend. We'll probably get to that. We got games. Name that something. Stupid Silly Stat coming at you later on. Your birthdays from the weekend and today, so call those in. 728-1320. The Ben Lomond Connect hotlines open up here in about 2 short minutes, so you're welcome to call in anytime that you would like on those Ben Lomond Connect hotlines. Plenty of ways to catch the show over on terrestrial radio, AM 1320, FM 1079, over in Tullahoma 1067, worldwide Manchester Go app, and thunder1320.com. Also, you can watch the show on the Carmine Family Dental Cameras, Facebook or YouTube. Just search for Thunder Radio. 72 degrees outside to get us started. It was raining on me pretty good on the way in this morning, and I think it stopped now, but it was raining pretty good there for a minute. We have a 50% chance of rain and showers today, high of 85. And then on Tuesday, a 90% chance of showers, high of 82. If we learned anything over the weekend, that doesn't mean nothing. It may not even rain, but you got a pretty good chance of it. That is for sure. We don't really clear out. See, Wednesday, 87 with a 50% chance of rain. Thursday, 85 with an 80% chance of rain. Finally, on Friday, it looks like we start to maybe clear out a little bit. It's going to be, 82 to 87 all week long, just kind of fluctuating between that. Overnight lows, mid-60s to upper 60s to low 70s. Weather forecast brought to you by our friends at the Hillsboro Food Company. I was out there the other day. Saw Brandon and his team cooking hard. The cafe's closed on Mondays and Tuesdays now, but they're open and serving breakfast and lunch Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. 8 to 4. They're still open on Mondays and Tuesdays, but the cafe part is closed. Go out there and get those groceries. 6 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 4 on Saturdays. Hillsboro Food Company. All right, on that note, let's bring in the better half of the Thunder Radio Morning Show. Across from me sits the brains of this operation, the planner, the organizer, the CEO, and the president of Peterson Media Group. She's by far the looks inside of this studio. President of the Manchester Chamber of Commerce. She is the microphone licker, the corn cob eater. One of the main reasons the rockin' world continues to go round. She cleans her glasses with the Vaseline. Holly, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Happy Monday, everybody. Y'all have a good Bonnaroo. Yeah. Bend that band.
Sticks.
No. No, that's... No.
Who is it?
Seeger. Sticks. When do I ever play Sticks?
That's the only thing that come to my head.
When do I ever fire
There was
Sticks?
nobody singing. I couldn't tell. It could have been anything.
Certainly not
Had I
Sticks.
heard Bob Seger singing, I would have said Bob Seger. I'm not familiar with this song.
It's Hollywood Nights. That's a good one.
It doesn't, maybe when it gets to the chorus.
Yeah. Trey said blasphemy. She doesn't know Bob Seger.
I like Bob Seger.
She hates Bob Seger.
Don't piss me off today. It's Monday. Don't even start.
She loves Dolly. I was going to say she loves Dolly.
Higher and higher and higher.
It's Bob Seger, Holly. That's Bob Seger. Thunder Radio Morning Show. Countdown, what's going on, comings and goings. Not a whole lot, actually. We are 18 days away from Independence Day. That's kind of the next big thing coming up. And we are 4 days away from the annual morning show summer vacation. So we'll see y'all later. We got the rest of this week. What?
Sorta.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah, we're going to do the show Thursday.
All right, well.
Don't be pushing your luck. Why would we not do the show Thursday?
Let's see here.
You give her a little, buddy, and she just takes it all.
Something happening. I don't know.
We're going to take off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and you're going back to work Wednesday. I'm sure to tell you right now.
Work is my happy place, buddy. I'm happy to be here. I'm lucky for the opportunity.
She's just making that up.
No, I'm not.
She's making it up as we go. Anyway, that's all I've got on the comings and goings. Really, just Independence Day coming up. That's the big thing. Right now, you can also register to win a free central heat and air unit thanks to AVU Heating and Air, American Veterans United. Y'all get on over there and see them.
I've been seeing their vans all over.
Yeah. Well, y'all go to our
I want
website.
to honk at them every time, but that's psychotic.
Go to our website, and you should honk at them. You should honk, and while you're window down, be like, I heard about you on Thunder Radio. Tell them
You're
that.
famous.
Yes. Well, you can register to win that unit over at thunder1320.com. There's a big banner at the top of the page. Go click that now and get yourself registered. Take just a second. Had somebody commenting on Facebook. So this looks like a scam.
Well, it looks like a scam.
The HVAC giveaway. I'm like, we don't do scams here. Just like we don't
do
post fake news. We'll talk about that in a minute. Any comings and goings out of you?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I want to remind everybody that this weekend, this Friday and Saturday, the Coffee County Fair Association is having their community yard sale. This is a big deal because it's going to be yard sales, it's going to be crafters, and it's going to be resellers. All of those options right here. I finally went yard selling with my mama last weekend, but it sure is going to be nice to have a place right there, the midway, that you ain't got to drive from here to there all over Coffee County to go to hit some good yard sales. You're gonna just walk the midway, and crafters and all there in one. So if you want a spot to sell your stuff, you can get a 20 by 20 spot for just $20. Contact the Coffee County Fair Facebook page.
All right.
The hours for that is 8 to 3. And there's going to be food trucks. Why does everybody love a food truck?
Food trucks, food trailers. People love those. I was asking that the other day.
Because it's not fast food. It's not necessarily quick. I mean, they're cooking it for you right then. So it's better than fast food.
I guess. I mean, it's whatever.
Have you
I've gotten some good food out of a food truck before.
Have you ever had bad food out of a food truck?
I don't know.
I can't think of a time where I was like, apart from just generic, not I'm not talking about like a softball team heating up frozen burgers at at on the town square.
I get you. No, you're talking about a real business.
Food,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never had. No, I don't know if I've had, but I've had.
What's the matter? You seem down, or you seem like something's wrong.
Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Amy had posted on the cameras and said, "Appreciate y'all getting us through summer school. Don't know how I'm gonna get ready for school." And then I got sad that kids have to their kids are going to summer school. I'm like, yeah, you got summers off.
Why are you sad for them?
I don't know.
I reckon they ought to have paid attention during the year. Is that what they says, or is this
I have
extra
no clue.
classes?
It may be extra classes. I don't know
good
what it
for
is.
you if it's extra classes.
Holly just immediately jump into assumptions.
Somebody needs a whipping.
These may be the best kids ever. They're going to graduate 2 years early, and Holly's like, I guess they ought to act right.
I don't feel sorry for them. I don't know.
Tracy, unpopular opinion, not a food truck fan. Yeah. I question, I think I had this question before about how food trucks operate in terms of taxes. Like, where do they pay their sales tax out of? Like if they're, I don't think, and I don't want to speak, but I'm going to speak anyway. But I think they may pay somebody can call in and get me if I'm wrong here. I don't think they pay sales tax based on the city they're operating in for the day. I think they pay based on where their license is. So I'm like, I think. And so if they do that, I'm like, well, if you go eat at a food truck in Manchester, it's not a Manchester-based food truck, then Manchester doesn't see that sales tax. I don't know if they have to have a business permit to operate for the day, or I don't know how that works. So there may be something to it there.
I don't know.
This doesn't seem fair. But anyway, I could be completely wrong, but I think that's right.
I didn't even think about that.
Partially. I think about the nerdiest things.
Well, I feel like, honestly, if I got on here and I said, I love cotton candy is the best fair food, that Trey would get on the comments and be like, cotton candy's trash.
Well, cotton candy is trash.
Cotton candy's trash. But I feel like I could be like, funnel cake is the best fair food. And Trey would be on here be like,
funnel cake is good fair food. I go,
tell me you grew up poor without telling me you grew up poor. Like he's got some kind of jab. I feel like he's always going to disagree with what I think.
Yeah. Kind of like me. But it creates tension on the show. You have to have a little tension.
I hate tension.
You have to have a little bit for the show to go well, though. For it to really thrive, there has to be some tension.
No,
some back
I
and
don't
forth.
think so, because on Fox and Friends in the morning, they're not tense. They're nice to each other. Maybe a little like jokey joke here and there at the other one's expense.
Well, they don't have to go home with the other ones.
I know. So why wouldn't you want to be nice to them? Nice to me, since you got to go home with me.
What a beautiful weekend it was for Music Festival, huh?
It was really nice the past couple of days.
The past couple of days were great. I got so sunburnt yesterday sitting out in the pool all day. I mean, it was great. So Bonnaroo didn't happen, but one day of it happened. This is
second segment stuff, so let's don't go too far
I was just gonna set the table a little bit. Let's just set the table. So for people who weren't aware, aren't sure what happened, Bonnaroo got here, got to going. I went Thursday night and watched Luke Combs. Poor man's Morgan Wallen, if you ask me. But I mean, he put on a decent show. Dollar Store Morgan Wallen. But put on a good show, whatever. Well, Friday it's raining in the morning, and it rained a pretty good amount Friday.
So you're going to tell the whole thing here? We're just going to talk about it all here. All right. Well, okay. I guess you can come up with something for the second segment then.
Anyway, Bonnaroo canceled, and it was a beautiful Sunday weekend. That's the end. The end of the story. The end of the story. We'll talk more about it in just a second. I want to tell everybody about Dirtworks. Bonnaroo may need to give these guys a call. You know what I mean? Dirtworks can do complete excavation. They can make the water run off properly. Maybe Bonnaroo gives these guys a ring.
It would totally be worth
I
it.
want to just text their number to the people at Bonnaroo I know and just be like, hey, Dirt Works. They can help you hold your festival every year, even when it rains a little.
Share Dirt Works, tag at Bonnaroo at the top and be like,
we got you.
Yeah.
931-409-0782. That's 931-409-0782. The water in my place drains way better than Bonnaroo because I got Dirt Works out there to do the excavation. You know? That should be a whole list of commercials.
Yeah.
I could go around and do all kind of testimonials with people. Give me your customers, go do testimonials, and that'll be it. You can have your music festival at my house.
Water drains great.
Water drains great here. Dirtworks, 931-409-0782, and they're online at dirtworksforyou.com. We're talking a lot of Bonnaroo when we come back. This is the morning show brought to you by Dr. Van Winkle.
Coffee County Bank was founded in 1975 by a group of local business. Locally owned and operated. Today, it's where we
It's going to be a fun segment.
Trey, do you like candy apples?
Like caramel apples?
No, candy.
That's different.
It is different.
Okay, yell at me. No candy.
Well, I didn't say caramel. You know how I say it? I say caramel, but nobody else says it like that around here.
Caramel.
Caramel. When I was growing up, it was caramel. So now I have to say caramel. That's how I say it now. Candy apples are my absolute favorite, but I cannot eat them. I can only remember what they taste like. They'll pull my teeth out. They'll pull all my teeth out. There's no way I could eat a candy apple. He says caramel. Plus, VLC is offering our customers a chance to win a free $300 grill or one of 9 free internet monthly bill credits. All you have to do is send a picture.
Gotta see Jessica's on this morning.
To marketing@benlomond.org along with your name, address, and when I first moved here, y'all say a lot of things. Matter of fact, I had never even heard the word billfold. I can remember the first time I heard it. I was in 5th grade. Blair Sellers had his wallet out, and he was like, "Hey, look at my billfold." And I was like,
"What?
Excuse me? Come again? Billfold? Never heard it."
Yeah. Number 81. Yeah, I don't do cherry either. Tracy, it looks like I don't know if it's cherry. I don't know. I don't do cherry. I don't like cherry. Even cherry cheesecake, I'll eat it. But
it just
the whole time I've been wishing. Whole time I've been wishing it was strawberry.
I don't. I'm gonna look it up.
It does look cherry-ish. I don't like cherry. It's my least favorite flavor.
My least favorite flavor is like the citrus things, like orange, lime. Nobody wants that crap. All right, let's see. You can reach me at 931-409-2590. Again, we'll be at 550 Laurel Crown Road, Saturday, March 29th. See you then.
That's the wrong.
It's a sweet sugar flavor with a little bit of cinnamon. There's no cherry.
Well, what would you do next?
I call my mom.
Okay, then what would you do after that?
I like grape. I'm a grape fan.
It's okay. When I don't like fruit flavored sodas, like orange soda and grape soda. Golly, that is nasty.
I love grape. Big fan.
Studies show that 9 out of 10 Manchester residents listen to the Thunder Radio morning show. The 10th guy, he doesn't even have a radio. Thunder Radio.
Thunder Radio morning show. Happy Monday morning to you, everybody. A little rainy out there today. Keep your umbrellas handy. 50% chance of rain showers and storms. Otherwise, it'll be sunny today. Weather forecast brought to you by the Hillsboro Food Company. Give them a follow on Facebook. Holly, welcome back.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, so Bonnaroo's weekend was cut short. We started to kind of touching on this a little bit last segment. Quite interesting how all this went down. So Thursday, they have the shows. Everybody gets out there. Everybody's partying. I went Thursday, watched Luke Combs. It was a good show, and it was kind of I don't know. I didn't think the music was turned up super loud or anything. Like, I enjoyed myself. Like, I didn't leave my ears hurting or anything. Friday, it rains up until about, I don't know, 3, 4 o'clock. It stormed. I guess they cleared Centeroo around 12 or 1, right?
Mhm.
Probably around 12 or 1 o'clock. They cleared Centeroo and said, hey, we got storms in the area. Go back to your tents, or not to your tents. Go back to your cars. Get into, get some storms. And at that time, yeah, it was thundering and lightning. It wasn't really storming, but I get it. You can't really be on an open field while it's lightning. That's fine. But by about 3 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock, I can't remember the exact time frame. I look at Holly and I'm like, why have they not
Let folks back in.
reopened Centeroo? I get if maybe you didn't have your concert schedule redone yet. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts there trying to, some people may be canceled. We got truncated shows. We're moving people to different time slots. But why wouldn't you reopen Centeroo? Because it hasn't lightened in like an hour. And there wasn't any, they said there was more coming, but I did not see anything on the radar.
They must have been looking at a different radar than you.
Indicated that to me. So, but then by like 6 o'clock, I'm like, oh, golly, they have announced nothing. And people are getting irritated on social media. They're like, why, and they closed the tolls. So you couldn't get in if you were a day ticket holder. So people who bought day tickets could not get in. So they were just hanging out in town. They were backed up down Ragsdale and Bushy Branch the whole way and just stuck there. They couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And then, by, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock, I can't remember what time, they announced, hey, canceled the whole festival. We throw it on Facebook, on Thunder's page, and people are like, it's fake news.
Fake news.
When has Thunder Radio ever posted fake news? When has that ever been a thing? So anyway, they canceled the whole thing, and I am just still in shock over this. Honestly, yeah. We're going to go through, I'm going to go into Trey is saying on Facebook, nowhere to park the day traffic. I get it. The property was wet. They couldn't get them in, but we're going to dig into a lot of different theories here, but so that they cancel the show and everybody's kind of like, just, hey, go home. We'll refund your money. We're done here. And Saturday and Sunday were beautiful days.
Yeah.
I mean, that was, I got sunburnt yesterday sitting in the pool all day. It was sunny. Good Father's Day. Cleaned out my gutters. It all kind of mowed the grass. But we couldn't have a music festival. So
yeah, it was raining really, really hard. I wouldn't want to be the person to make that decision. But can I tell you my point of view right fast?
Yeah, you give yours and then I'm going to give you mine.
And I'm not saying my opinion is right. This is just how I think.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's an outdoor festival. When you buy tickets, you know that you are going to be camping. Like whatever way you're camping, whether it be an RV, a tent, you're just sleeping. However you're going to do it, you have to prepare for that. So if you're camping and you're going out in the woods, let's say you're going actually camping and it starts raining, well, you got that. I mean, that sucks.
You got some options here.
But you got options. You can weather the storm, or you can pick your stuff up and you can leave. You can go home if you find like, okay, this is getting bad. I want to go home. I'm kind of a person. It's like let everybody.
As a personal choice person.
Yeah, I'm a personal choice. Whatever works best for you. I saw a lot of people that were like, yeah, it's raining, our stuff is wet, but let's party. We came. Okay. And I know they're getting stuck. I know that. But maybe if we didn't cancel it, you would have time to pull the ones that, like, you could say, hey, if you want to leave, we can help you get it unstuck. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't have been traffic wouldn't have been as bad if you had just kind of, the people that were like, oh no, we can't stay here. This is not going to be any fun. Then you can leave. We'll help you out. I understand it was supposed to rain all day Sunday too, but it didn't, and I feel bad for them. I wouldn't want to be the person to make that choice to say, because honestly, that documentary on Live Nation just come out on the Astro World Festival. If you've not watched it, you should. It's a really good documentary. Any hootie. Part of me is like, well, they don't want any more backlash about not making the right call. I don't know if at any point is it dangerous? Were they in danger out there? I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, it's wet, but are we in danger? I don't know. I don't reckon. I didn't see a lot of lightning.
It did not lightning much after 1 or 2 o'clock. So, yeah, I kind of like the way you think. But so let's look at it a couple of different ways. If I saw a video.
Trey says 2 broken legs in the mud in 30 minutes. I reckon it's kind of dangerous, but I mean, it's
a personal choice
that's
thing.
life.
So here's the thing. I saw the video of, or some videos of how bad the water was out there. And it was bad.
I'd have left. I'm not saying I'd have stayed because I don't like being uncomfortable.
Yeah. No, Holly would have, well, she wouldn't have ever bought tickets or gone in the first place. But anyway, I saw the video of how wet it was out there. And there, there's a river of water running through knee deep, some places. And so it's really bad. My question is, what have they done, if anything? I'm just, in all the years of Bonnaroo, 2002 through 2025, we didn't have it in 2020 because of COVID. And in 2021, legit, there was a hurricane. It rained 10 inches in 3 days. Okay, that's a little different than what it did Friday. It did not rain 10 inches or anywhere close to that. But what have they done to the property over the years, and the addition of the infrastructure, the addition of the paved roads, the addition of the water that they run out there, the sewer that they run out there? Something has changed the way the property can handle water, because we've had rain before. Rain just like that. We've had heavy rain. We've had a day of heavy rain. 2005 or 4, it rained every freaking day. And it was muddy out there. But they still had the festival. So, and that may have been extreme. They may not should. And that was before. That was AC Entertainment, Live Nation, whole different ball game. But something has happened. I mean, we've had days where it's popped up a storm. And I mean, I sat through a tornado warning watching Zach Brown band in a tent in whatever year, 2008 or 7 or somewhere around there.
Well, they evacuated us to the vehicles during Macklemore too, whatever year that was.
Yeah, that was the year that Pearl Jam was there as well. I can't remember, 2014 maybe, maybe not. I don't remember. So anyway, I don't know. I feel like something has changed. I don't know if by the addition of all the camping perks that they've added and the different way that they lay out the grounds, something has had to have changed over the years to make it to where when that rain shower, and it rained. Yeah, it was hard. It rained a lot. But for that amount of rain to cancel a $300 million festival that's outside, if that's, I guess my what I'm saying is, if that is the benchmark, then you can't have this festival anymore. But because it's going to rain in June in Manchester, that's probably going to happen. I feel like your chances are better than 50%. So you can't ask people in good faith to spend $400 a ticket and take off work or whatever and drive however far and make this their plans. If it rains a couple hours, then it's going to be it. I don't think that can't be the benchmark, right? So if that's going to be your benchmark, well, it rained and it did rain hard, and the grounds looked bad. I'm not saying that wasn't the case.
They didn't make the right call. I don't know what the right call is. Somebody's going to complain either way. Either way, there are people not going to be happy.
But the grounds are in worse shape. Something has happened. Something's happened out there. I don't know what. I don't know if it's certain infrastructure they've added. I know they paved a lot of those roads. Over time, the grounds now are not the grounds that were there in 2005.
Well, Trey was saying the grounds were in worse shape this year than they were the year it canceled before it started.
That was 2021. Yeah, the hurricane. Yeah, something's happened. I don't know what. I'm not privy to that. I don't think it's completely. There are different decision makers involved. Maybe the risk adverse percentage and nature is different. But if that is the benchmark, something's got to change out there, because if the benchmark is, well, if it's going to rain 3 or 4 hours on Friday, we are literally going to cancel this entire festival and send you home. They're going to have a hard time selling tickets again. Like if I was buying tickets, I would struggle to want to commit to that. If I know, well, if it rains, this is over. Like, they're going to have to announce and show some upgrades to the grounds. Like, hey, we've done this. We've identified the water stand. I don't know if they've added this camping perk and this camping perk, and now they've pushed basic camping down into this ditch. I don't know what they've done or what's happened over time, or that it's anybody's fault. I'm just saying. I mean, does that make sense? If it's going to rain, it will rain almost every year at some point. Now, whether it'll rain that much, I don't know.
You have to have a better, because some people plan their whole year around this. Like for Live Nation, they have insurance. The artists are going to get paid regardless. Is it irregardless or regardless?
Oh, don't ask me questions like that in the morning.
I thought, okay. Any hootie, they're going to get their money. But I feel bad for the folks that like just drove for 12, 15 hours to come and
yeah,
they would have stood in the.
Oh yeah, they would have stayed. But again, if it's a foot of 2-3 foot of water, they can't do much about it. Dana on the camera says Ray can tell you about the land and the roads. He helped to build them. There are spots that Ray says will flood, and they have told Live Nation, but they continue to put people on those places or in those places. And that was kind of what I was thinking. Like, I think we're camping in spots that maybe we didn't used to camp that aren't going to be able to hold any water. Like it's a 700-acre plot.
I don't know nothing about.
There's going to be spots that aren't friendly. Like it's
maybe just focus on, like, each year focus on building up those spots.
Well, maybe we reduce capacity a little. Like maybe we can't fit 80,000 people in here. Maybe we're going to have to reduce that capacity a little bit to be able to put them in spots that can handle some rain, because it is going to rain.
Listen to us solving the world's
well,
problems.
I'm sure that I would hope that that's at least a discussion around the Live Nation trailer of, well, golly, guys, I mean, we had to cancel this whole festival, and I'm sure they didn't want to do it. I'm sure logistically that's a nightmare for them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would like to know. I would like to be privy to what has changed over the years to make it to where that kind of rain shower could cancel that whole festival. I say rain shower like it didn't rain. It rained. It rained a lot. But the idea that, the National Weather Service said it's going to steadily rain the next couple of days. Well, they were wrong.
Dana said there's people from Ireland.
Yeah, I met some people. I didn't meet them, but I saw them at the high school when I was checking in to get my bands. There's a whole gaggle of them from somewhere. They were either English or Australian. I couldn't tell. But they were all talking, and they clearly weren't from here. And I'm like, I think how far did they travel? And then somebody was saying they met someone that they had been here for a month. And this was like the crescendo of the trip. Like they came to the Middle Tennessee and was exploring, and Bonnaroo was they taking a whole month over here.
Daggone, who can take a month off work?
I can't remember who that was, but they were not from this country.
I see what you're saying. Like, I guess if you're going to go to another country, you just need to go live
for a month. You're not going to go there for, we're going to Panama City for 4 days. I can get it. I can experience Panama City in 4 days. I probably can't experience another country in 4 days.
Okay. I made a note to myself about, it's funny. One of the things that I thought was,
Trey said 25 years have been canceled 3 times. That's a pretty good ratio, or
okay, yes, but when
agree.
you think that it's been canceled 3 times in the last 5
3
years,
times in the last 5 years, that's a little different.
High.
Or I guess 3 times in 6 years, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25. Yeah, 3 times in 6 years. One of them was COVID, whatever, but twice for rain in the last 5 years is, again, 2021, maybe the grounds didn't look as bad. Maybe they weren't chewed up. I don't know. It did rain a lot that year.
One of the things that I thought was funny was seeing all the TikToks from people from Manchester giving their opinions. And I guarantee these are the people on here like always talking smack. Because here's this lady who I'm sure has never stepped foot on Bonner. She looks to be about mid-60s here.
I got you. She's from Manchester?
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, I wish you would have sent these to me. I'd played them.
I don't want to hear what she has to say.
Never mind.
It's gobbledygook. But basically, everyone, and not everyone, but these folks are experts.
Yeah.
Bonnaroo experts, just because they live in the same town.
Who made me my TikTok?
Well, her TikTok, I don't want to tell her TikTok name. This might be one of y'all's meemaws.
Well, she put it out there.
Everyone's TikTok Nana.
TikTok Nana.
Anyway, she goes on to give her opinion on what she thinks about it. but it's like the people that comment, they say things like, well, they're just trying to line their pockets.
I don't understand that one.
What are you talking about? And then when they say Bonnaroo ain't never done anything for Manchester,
Well, I don't like that one.
That
makes me, that irritates
I
me.
encourage you to look up the Bonnaroo Works Fund.
Well, even that, it's not, the amount of people that been, because I had seen someone got on our page and was like, good, glad it got canceled. Bonnaroo has never done anything good for Manchester. And I just don't like that. That's just, that line of thinking is just wrong. Like you think about let's just give you one example. Like the Dusty Elam Foundation has a booth out there, and they work, tirelessly for 4 or 5 days. And I don't know what they make. Let's just say they make $20,000 or $30,000 out there, and that's what they clear at the end of the day. It's a pretty good haul for one weekend, and they adopt over 100 Christmas angels every year at Christmas time. So tell me that's not a direct impact on the community.
We've had the pleasure of going and watching the Elam Foundation as they do,
as they buy gifts.
Just to kind of see the process. We were just shooting some video and whatnot, and they are the most generous group of people that a charity that I have ever seen.
But they make good money out there.
Yeah.
And that's where that money goes. I know that Sherry Burnett, she's the dance coach at the high school. She's trying to earn money for her kids to get to their nationals this year. That's very expensive. And they were finally able to get into Bonnaroo. And, they finally got a booth. They've been trying to do that. And they finally got a way out there. And, they were pumped like, oh, our girls are going to be able to go to nationals this year. This is going to be a big deal. I don't know if that's going to happen now. There's and that's just a couple of there's so many different groups out there. So there's a lot of impact that is made through the festival. So those things, Bonnaroo may get their insurance payout, and artists may get covered for travel, and some vendors may get paid, and all those things. But those people aren't getting.
I hate that.
They're not getting paid for the most part. Trey said the National Weather Service played a big role in that decision making. They's wrong. They was wrong. I sat outside 2 straight days and enjoyed the weather Saturday and Sunday. It finally rained at my house last night. Again, I think 2 things can be right. I think that they may have the time. I don't think they were looking to cancel it. And I think Friday evening, or I'd say that decision was starting to be made earlier than you think, based on the way they went radio silent at about 3:00. But I think they made the best decision with the information they had. I think that the Weather Service did say, hey, it's going to rain. And they looked at the festival grounds and a river of water running everywhere out there. And like, what are we supposed to do? And they probably made, if it's going to keep raining, there's no way we can have this. I get it. I don't like that. But in today's Sue Happy world, Live Nation is, especially after Astro World, right? Probably going to be careful. But
they got that new safety guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the new safety guy. So I get that. But again, then my question is, if that's the standard, well, shoot, it's going to rain this weekend. And that's what Jessica's saying over here on the camera. She's saying they market this as a rain or shine event, but it is not. It is a shine event.
Yeah. Any hootie.
It's shine unless we'll take a 30-minute shower. Otherwise, festival's canceled. I'm curious to see how they do with
next year,
with ticket sales next year, or what they try to do. Kay wants to know if the National Weather Service is ran by the CDC. Yeah. At least we don't have to listen to all the crying about the traffic today. That is true. They got out of there. It's a little messy on Saturday, but I think they got out of there pretty quick.
I like the fact that, listen, you spend that much money. You ain't even went through all of your narcotics yet. Your coolers are still pretty full, whatnot. You find out the festival's canceled. What are you going to do now? Blah. I thought people were going to go out into town and raise tar. Raise tar nation. But they didn't. I mean, there were people hanging out in gas stations, but they were cool.
Behaved.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think there were a lot of arrests or major issues at least not that we heard of. Again, it was limited, but anyway, we'll see what happens. I don't know. Hopefully they'll get it figured out, and hopefully it comes back stronger than ever next year, because those things do make an impact. Those just the nonprofits and the ball teams and the organizations that are able to generate revenue out there is far beyond what you probably comprehend.
Maybe slide a 20 over to a team of your choice this year to help, or a team,
y'all about to find out, because
y'all
about to get a few extra phone calls for fundraising. You don't realize how big an impact it is. Well, now you got 17 different teams knocking on your door selling candy bars because they couldn't get that money from out of town folk. Anyway,
Kate and Jana were telling us that they did go hard at the campground Friday night.
I bet they did. I mean, I've seen videos. I've seen videos of the mud wrestling and stuff out there.
They look like they were having a good time.
Broke some legs, I guess. I don't know.
Well, that's just part of it. How do we know?
There's always risk.
Yeah, if you take that group of people and put them out in the world for 4 days somewhere, somebody's going to have, if you're going to monitor it, somebody's going to have injured themselves over that 4 days doing something. Right.
I mean, it's going to, again, I'm a personal responsibility person. You bought the ticket. You go out there. You take the risk. You might get hurt. You might drown. I don't know.
I hope not.
Yeah, but I'm just saying there is things like that will happen. You can make those decisions for yourself.
Trey said it was chaos. I'm glad it was chaos there and not in town.
Yeah. What did you see? Muddy people running around everywhere.
Oh.
We are way ahead of schedule.
Good.
I knew that's what you were doing.
Good. I like it.
Thunder Radio Morning Show brought to you by Dr. Van Winkle, the finest surgeon around right here in Manchester, Tennessee. 482 Interstate Drive. That's Dr. James Van Winkle. Give him a Google today. Dr. James Van Winkle. We've got games when we come back, right? Stupid Silly Stat. Got the Granddad's Menu. That's all next on the Morning Show.
Broadcasting from the Unity Medical Center studios, this is Thunder Radio, WMSR, 1320 AM, 107.9 FM.
We should have got on the Bonnaroo page and started just messaging people. I started just messaging people that were mad about it and had them come on the morning show. Like, oh, let's come on the morning show, talk about it. Peach Festival. Where's that?
If you say any place other than Georgia, that's incorrect.
Right, it's got to be a Georgia festival, right? How can you have a peach festival anywhere else? I think there were peaches in South Carolina, I think. Don't they?
That's right. One lucky winner gets a whole new central heated air system. It could be you. Enter now at thunder1320.com. That's thunder.
We're going to take it's not that long of a break, so. What are you doing over there? You were typing like a fool. What kind of work are you doing?
Just work.
Instead of engaging with the people? Woodstock was 500,000 people. Wasn't nobody going to make them leave. That's true. National Weather Service. You got to be kidding me. I don't know how they could have forecast steady rain, because it never was really an option. It was summer pop-up stuff. There's just a heavier portion of it.
Yeah.
Holly's typing on the keyboard like she's punishing it.
I am.
For making her work. Is this something I don't want to hear about?
Who?
I don't know.
Why do you think that
I'm just always
anything
on edge if something's wrong? Holly's a little cranky. Yeah, they left peacefully.
Hilton Head. We used to go there during the summer some.
Nations We Guessing Service.
Yeah.
National We Guessing Service, yeah. I don't know about that. This is the same service that'll put an 80% chance of rain on the forecast, and then 3 hours later it says 40%. What Live Nation should have done is called up all of Middle Tennessee's baseball and softball coaches and had them take a look at the forecast and the radar, and they could have told you exactly if we could have snuck this game in or not. Like they can look at it and say, all right, you're going to have a window here and here and here. It's probably going to run. They know. All spring sports coaches, especially baseball and softball, have meteorology minors. And you put them all together, and they can come up with a solution.
This needs Josh to push all the fancy buttons.
The snowflake button makes it cold, cold, cold. Set temperature makes it hold, hold, hold.
This is the morning show with Josh and Holly.
I'm blessed to be here with you, Holly. Glad to have you along.
I'm blessed to be here with you, buddy.
What are your glasses doing back there?
I can't read stuff on my phone with my glasses on. I'm nearsighted, so I can't see far off. And I always gotta take them off and stick them on my head. It's frustrating.
More Bonnaroo talk. Amy says, we played baseball all weekend. Fields were good. 1 hour delay on one of the days. I joked on Facebook over the weekend. I thought Brandon McWhorter could have the softball field ready to play.
Right.
By Friday night. We probably could have played a game out there. We probably could have held some concerts out there, I guess. Amy over here says, we were trying to leave the Jesus tent on Friday. Unfortunately, nothing was in place when they canceled. No traffic direction. It took 4 hours to leave. 2 team leaders had to leave their car at the Jesus tent and walk back down Bushy Branch Road to Powers Bridge. Golly. I heard other stories of that.
Yeah.
Of people couldn't really get out because of, we had a lot of people running down that road in their cars trying to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Until Holly's done with this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything else to say.
Okay.
You're right.
Granddad's, what's happening over there today?
It's Monday. If you head over to Granddad's to grab the lunch line special for just $9.99, you can get hamburger steak, open face roast beef, pulled barbecue, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, fried cabbage, green beans, cornbread, or roll. Your drink is included with that. Again, all that for just $9.99. Get the lunch line special from 11 to 2 today. Granddad, 620 Woodbury Highway. They have bingo tonight.
And now it's time for stupid, silly statistics that you never knew
I don't know where you're getting your statistics.
and probably don't need.
Kim, did you bring your statistics?
All right, it is time for the stupid silly stat revved up by our friends at Freedom Automotive. Hitting the road, make sure that your vehicle's ready to go. Brand new tires, they've got those. Payment plans available at Freedom Automotive. Stop on in and see them at 515 Hillsborough Boulevard in Manchester, right in front of College Street Elementary School. And they do custom exhaust work. That's not something you can find at just any repair shop. Freedom Automotive Service Center. Holly.
So 90% of households have one of these, but only 3% of those are actually used for its intended purpose. Okay. So 90% of households have this, but only 3% of those use it for its intended purpose. What is it? I don't think we've had it before, but we've had something similar. 90% of households have one of these, but only 3% of those use it for its intended purpose. What is it?
728-1320, 728-3526. Call in with your guesses on the Ben Lomond Connect hotlines.
Jessica says workout equipment. That's a good guess. I do have pieces of workout equipment that I have purchased that I don't use, but I don't really have a good space for it. I don't have a good area to like put all of our gym equipment up. Not that we have a lot. You got it? You want to read it again?
90% of households have one of these, but only 3% of those use it for its intended purpose. 728-1320 to take your guesses this morning on the Ben Lomond Connect hotlines. Nothing. No guesses. Are the hotlines even working?
Womp womp.
I have 2 tickets to Beach Bend Park. Does that help?
James said a potato peeler. Glenn says dishwasher. 90% of households have one of these, but only 3% of those use it for its intended purpose.
728-1320, 728-3526. Take your best guesses this morning.
I don't even know if I think we're in the 10% that don't even have one. I don't know.
I don't think so. Maybe somewhere. 90% of households have one of these, but only 3% of those use it for their intended purpose. I guess I'm a little surprised that 90% of people have one. Probably.
Does Trey have a blue check mark?
Fancy.
Does that mean it's like registered or something?
I don't know.
Like it's officially Trey?
No imposters. It's because he's a world famous cook.
Brittany says fire extinguisher. We should really invest in a fire extinguisher.
All the times we try to set the house on fire, we probably should have one laying around. More times than I would like, and I don't know why that percentage has picked up. I could think over time we would get better.
90% of households have one of these, but only 3% use it for its intended purpose.
Slow down the phones today. I'm a little surprised. Had more engagement over on the cameras than normal, but no phone calls.
Jenny says garbage disposal.
Phones work.
I don't have a garbage disposal, but when I go on vacation at like a condo and they have a garbage disposal, I sure do like that thing. I put everything down there.
Dr. Van Winkle has got it right over on the text line. He's just not eligible to win.
90% of households have one of these, but only 3% of those use it for its intended purpose. What is it?
What?
You're like,
I'm surprised at both of the percentages. Probably more shocked that 90% of households have one of them. I don't believe that. That doesn't seem right.
Josh
Maybe in 1998, 90% of households had this.
Josh says warming tray under the oven. I didn't know what that was. I thought it was storage. That's what I use it for.
That's a warming tray?
I reckon.
And then where you put your pots and pans?
That's where we put our pots. Or not our pots, but our pans. Like the flat ones.
Yeah.
Like muffin tins and stuff you don't use a lot. That's where they go.
I didn't know that's what that was for at all. Laura says ironing board. What else would you use it for? Storage?
What? The ironing board?
Ironing board, yeah.
That's a little table. You can use
3% use it correctly. Like what else would you use it for?
Lindsay says surround sound. I always think that would be so cool to have surround sound.
We've never had anything that fancy.
No.
Well, I had
like some speakers.
I had surround sound when I first got into my house. Like you had to have a different remote to turn that on, and
if it takes more than one remote to do something, you
can't work one remote.
I'm not even. I'll just sit in silence.
She's gotten real good at finding the news channel. That's all she watches now. She sits around and watches the news.
Excuse me for trying to stay informed.
Yesterday, she made Brussels sprouts and sat there and watched the news for 10 hours.
It
smelled like Grandma's family reunion in our house.
There's a lot going on in the world right now. You need to keep your eyes out on. I'm just trying to keep my eyes out on it.
What are you going to do about it?
I'm just going to be aware.
I've never felt as old as I felt this year at Bonnaroo when I was leaving on Thursday. Just felt old and out of place. And then I get home and Holly's got it smelling like cabbage in the house.
It was Brussels sprouts.
Same thing. Which one smells worse? That could be a little competition. Morning show.
Video camera?
Video camera. Good guess, but not it.
Daggone, what are y'all using that for?
How do you use it wrong? 90% of households have one of these, but only 3% use it for its intended purpose. What is the thing? I'll wait another minute or two, then I'm going to call it a day. 728-1320 to take your guesses this morning.
Hi, Antonio.
Over on the cameras. Hello. Yes. Jessica says coffee table.
90% of households have one of these, but only 3% of those use it for its intended purpose. Night, Trey.
Morning show.
I wanted to answer the question and say kitchen tables.
Good guess, but it's not it. Good try.
Call back.
Call back. Try again.
Okay.
I like that. Whoever.
I'd like to solve the puzzle, Alex.
Who sits down and eats at the kitchen table anymore?
During COVID, we did. We
A
used
lot,
the kitchen
yeah.
table. I made dinner. It was scary times, but also there were some good times in there because we were forced to hang out with each other.
Gained a lot of weight. Holly was cooking every day. She lost weight.
I didn't.
'Cause she wouldn't eat her own cooking. She'll cook dinner and won't eat any of it. And I'm like, why aren't you eating? She's like, it's not good.
I'm just not the best. I don't know. I wish there were cooking classes around here.
The level of good her food has to be, it's got to be 5-star good for her to think it's good. She's very bougie.
Not 5-star, but I would like it to taste better than prison food.
If your food tastes like prison food, I'll make it in prison. I think it's pretty good. I think prison food's far worse.
TV's a good guess, Antonio.
But no. All right. 90% of households have one of these, but only 3% use it for its intended purpose. Y'all have been.
Jessica said we do, but I don't know what we were talking about.
Use the kitchen table.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give it another minute or two. Y'all are failing today. Y'all need to go to summer school. You're not getting the right answers on stupid, silly stat. I'm just disappointed in the level of phone guessing today. A lot of video guessing, but that doesn't count. Spare tire.
I need to get rid of mine. Gerald says pool table. Good guess. Not it.
I would have a hard time believing 90% of
90%,
households have a pool table. That's the thing. Maybe it's not used correctly, but 90% of households have this. That's a lot. That means really this is going to transcend economics here. Like middle class, upper class, lower class. 90% of households have this. So it's not super expensive.
All right. 90% of households have one of these, but only 3% of those use it for its intended purpose.
30 seconds. I'm calling it.
Josh Taylor says shoe rack. That's a great guess. I have a shoe rack and I don't put them neatly back on it. I just throw them on it. And so they're not nice and neat. I need to get better. Trey says a garage. A lot of folks use a garage as storage but I don't know that 90% of people have a garage. I didn't have a garage until I was 36.
Morning show.
An alarm clock.
An alarm clock. That's the right answer. Clock radio / alarm clock. Well done. What's your name?
Okemia Miller.
What was it?
Okemia Miller.
Something Miller. What was the first name?
Okemia.
Can you spell it?
Spell it for me.
OKEMEYIA.
Well, I can't believe I didn't get that the first time.
just like it's spelled.
Just like it's spelled. All right. Well, come on by. I got 2 tickets to Beach Bend Park. You can pick them up here at the Thunder Radio Studios, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for playing. I felt like I wasn't understanding a basic name. But turns out, no, it wasn't a basic name. I thought she was saying something like Kimmy. And I'm like, I'm not hearing it.
Well, I thought at the beginning, when you asked for her name, she was saying, oh, like if you were saying, what's your name? Oh, Holly. You know what I'm saying? Like but the O was a part of the name.
And Jessica with me on this over on the cameras. 90% of people still have that. I think that's a lie. I don't believe that.
We don't have.
If we have one, it may be in the kids' room.
But
the boy one may have one.
No one sets that anymore, do they?
Yeah, I don't think that's the whole thing.
The boy one does have an alarm clock.
He's
sure
got one in there. And so we have one in the house.
He may actually use that.
Yeah. As a fail-safe. He's got his own job now, so his phone alarm, his Alexa alarm, and his radio alarm go off to make sure he doesn't miss a day of work. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's very responsible. You know, he always gets to work early. He's the girl one does not have that same policy.
No, she doesn't follow that. But he's very responsible. Or a handsome young man, if you'll have any single daughters out there. What? I'm just saying. Morning show.
I still have one of them radios I use every morning.
You use it every day, so you're one of the 3% that's using it right. Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Yeah, some people still use them. I'm an old school person. I feel like that's something that I would use, but the phone has just become too easy.
Nikki says she sets hers every night. She's a 5 alarms kind of
radio
girl.
alarm. Like I set my phone alarm. I set 4 or 5 of those. I don't go through them. I just set them in case one doesn't work.
Have you ever slept through an alarm and you've been late? That's a bad feeling.
Only one time, and it was pretty recently in the last month. I slept through an alarm for about 4 or 5 minutes. Like usually I wake up instantly. But I was in a deep sleep. I think I got under my pillow and couldn't hear. And so my alarm was set for like 4:45 and it was 4:50 before I finally woke up.
Have you ever been sleeping so hard when your alarm goes off that the alarm sound becomes a part of your dream? Like in your dream, you work for the fire department and the alarm sound, the beep, 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 that's the fire alarm.
Yeah.
It just becomes a part of
that's the
reality
not
of the
so
dream.
much alarms. Yeah, I've had that happen before where it's very frustrating to end a dream like that. I feel like this dream I'm still engaging with this dream. And
I haven't put the fire out.
Yeah.
Now I got to get up and go to work.
Wonder what happens. And the rest of that story over there.
Yeah, he sleeps with his head under the pillow. So if something happens, it wasn't me. I want it on record that he sleeps like that.
Christy, I don't always sleep with my head under the pillow. It's not a 100% of the time thing.
Do I put pressure on the pillow sometimes? Maybe.
Yeah, Holly's like, I just rolled over and laid on that pillow with my whole body. I just like it's cozy under there. It's quiet. I mean, I leave room for myself to breathe. Okay.
Do you?
I do. I don't go under the pillow and go nose down. Like I don't get up under the pillow and put my nose in the mattress and then I usually have my head turned to the side. I just want the pillow over my head for light and volume. I don't want any light.
Like a big pillow earmuff?
Yeah, I don't want volume. And what little bit I hear, I want to be my sleep sounds. And I don't like light. I want it to be dark. And the pillow helps with that. Because there'll be some ambient light from the hallway or whatever.
I'm going to get you one of them sleep masks. The little, with the cute little closed eyes and lace around it.
Speaking of, I took a little nap on this pool float yesterday and I look like a lobster. Got a little burnt.
He come in, he's pink. He said, I think I got some good sun. I'm like, well, I reckon, buddy. If you're pink now, you just wait till tonight. Isn't it funny how sunburns hurt worse at night?
I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to sleep well last night.
Too.
And because when I first started trying to go to sleep, I was a little itchy and uncomfortable. And I was like, this is going to be awful. But then I woke up the next day. So apparently
you sure did.
Apparently.
You did.
That's the last thing I remember. Like I didn't struggle to sleep at all. Except for when you started talking in your sleep at some point last night.
I guess I had something to say.
Talking to her boyfriend, probably. Anything else here?
No.
Morning show brought to you by Dr. Van Winkle. Let's tell you about... Actually, let's do this. Let's do a weather update, shall we? Currently outside the Unity Medical Center studios, 72 degrees. Headed for a high of around 85, 82 on Tuesday, 87 on Wednesday, 85 on Thursday. So just that 85, 82 range for the most part, except for Wednesday, a little warmer. We got about a 50 to 60% chance of showers every day outside of Tuesday, where we have a 90% chance of showers. We keep the same weather pattern pretty much all week long. And finally, by Friday, it looks like maybe we start to clear out. Only a 20% chance of rain. A long-range look at Saturday, Sunday. Looks like our first 90-degree day is coming. Saturday, 91, and Sunday, 91. Or at least our first forecast 90-degree day. I don't know if we've touched 90 yet, but we are forecast to hit the 90s Saturday and Sunday. Weather forecast brought to you by our friends at the Hillsboro Food Company. Stop on in and see them. They got fresh cut meats every day out there at the Hillsboro Food Company. They'll cut them up fresh for you. They got fresh produce and all of your assorted groceries. They're open 6 to 6 Monday through Friday and 8 to 4 on Saturday. That's the Hillsboro Food Company, 7403 Hillsboro Highway.
Now, another update from the WMSR Thunder Radio News Center.
Hey, or Hollywood. She's getting something out of the car. Oh.
Bonnaroo 2025 is not a mess, and Coffee County first responders are set to weigh in. Campgrounds opened Tuesday afternoon, and Thursday's performances were a success. However, Friday's rain caused the main grounds.
Okay, let's see here.
Around 8 p.m. Friday evening, Bonnaroo announced that the festival is canceled for the remainder of the weekend, saying, quote, the National Weather Service provided us with an updated forecast.
CPAP. Yeah, I don't have a CPAP. Somebody driving around with his dogs in the car yesterday at the Food Land, Josh Taylor. I waved, but you can wave back. It's okay. Here she comes. Holly's back. What's your plans for the day?
I plan to do a lot of work. I have a lot of work. Just balls to the wall. Busy.
You mean in Manchester today or Tullahoma today?
I don't know. I may be all over today.
She's got big plans.
Alrighty. Board of Directors meeting tomorrow.
Morning, Michelle. You know, I drove down yesterday just to get ice cream. Another sign of feeling old when you just take a Sunday drive to town to get ice cream.
One of our dogs loves riding in the car, loves it, but he's so old now. I don't know that he can get in my vehicle.
I had to put him up in there.
And he's heavy. He's just really old.
I'm gonna pick him up, put him in there. Holly's trying to kill him off.
He just seems to be like, he's probably got some congestive heart failure going on. I mean, he's like 90 in dog years, but he just breathes so like rapidly. He looks uncomfortable. I feel bad for him.
I heard a door close. Did you click the thing?
Did I click what?
Did you kick the thing under the table or something?
I don't know. There ain't nobody here.
Hundreds of tent frames left.
I saw a TikTok where some of the crew that had to go to the campgrounds and pick up what was left. He was like, come on, guys. He's like, I know it got canceled, but you could have, and there was stuff everywhere. People just left their stuff. Not anything usable, just basically garbage.
Yeah.
Some of it was probably usable.
That's an every year thing. They leave a lot of stuff every year. I'm not saying it's right. It's just pretty typical. They got to go out there and clean it up.
How do you know it wasn't more this year than
Could have been more.
could have been?
I don't know.
What's a gas bottle? I didn't even go out there not one time this year.
I got home Friday night and Holly was sound asleep.
I didn't sleep good till y'all got home though. Tossed and turned.
We were out there just enjoying the music. Holly was at home asleep.
I'm the worst.
Oh, you're not the worst. You're living your best life. You got to take some teenage girls out there. It's fun.
You didn't hang out with them.
Nope, I sat by myself and watched the Comes.
You said that. You said you watched. You said, when I come in, I said, "Did you find Murray and Aaron?" You said, "No, I sat by myself." But then later you were like, "And then I found Murray and Aaron, so I went and stood by them." And I'm like,
I sat by myself for probably a little over half the concert.
So I know, but you did see them.
I know, and then I did. I said
For the first part of the story, I thought you was out there and never had anybody to see. I was feeling bad, but then you found them.
Yes, it actually does. It's the morning show with Josh and Holly.
Thunder Radio morning show here until 8:30 today. Welcome back, Holly.
Thanks, buddy.
Brought to you by Dr. James Van Winkle, drvanwinkle.com. Been a lot of Bonnaroo talk today. We got other things to do now. Name that tune.
Josh has got a little snippet of a song. He's going to play a 1, 2, and then a 3-second clip. When you figured out what the name of the song is, call us 728-1320. You're going to win some Thunder Radio swag. Good luck. Good luck with that.
Never even heard of that. I don't know what that is at all.
I feel like you've heard it before. Maybe when the chorus comes on.
I'm not familiar with this artist.
I didn't know the name of the artist. That I feel like if you can get the song, cool. I don't know if you're gonna know this artist.
Up and down park.
Now you know.
I don't know.
The callers do, I bet.
728-1320 to get through on the Bedlam Connect hotlines. Thunder Radio swag if you can get the name of that song. Morning show.
And the artist.
Hey.
Hello. You have
I think I know the name of the song.
Well, take a crack at it.
Putting on the Ritz.
It is Putting on the Ritz. Do you know the artist?
Is it Taco?
It is. Wow. Well done. You got it. What's your name?
Michelle Thomas.
Good
job,
Michelle
Michelle
Thomas. Very good. Come on by the Thunder Radio Studios, 1030 Oakdale Street. I'll hook you up with some Thunder Radio swag, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Enjoy your bragging rights for the day.
Trying hard to look like Gary Cooper.
Super duper.
Never heard it.
Okay.
I've never heard that.
What?
I was looking forward to playing the answer so I could be like, what is this? Oh, now I know. No, I never heard that.
Fashion sits. Putting on the Ritz. I can't believe you've never.
Trying hard to look like
Super duper.
No. I could probably play that whole song and Facebook won't even cut me off because it's not even real.
Look, everybody on Facebook is getting it. Katie knew it.
Lindsay didn't.
Jimmy knew it.
When did this song come out? Who is Taco? Who's that?
Well, if I'm being honest, he didn't look like what I thought he would look like. That's all I'm going to say. With a name like Taco. That's all I'm going to say. That song came out in 1982.
82.
Yep.
See, I type in Taco and I just get Taco Bell's 2.3 miles from me. I don't.
The artist, Taco.
Okay.
He is
Dutch Indonesian.
Okay.
Does he have any other songs?
Songs. He has Putting on the Ritz, the Chattanooga Choo Choo, and Tico Tico. So no. Putting on the Ritz was Taco's.
That paid the bills. Leslie just thought the artist was Right Said Fred. And sorry, Leslie, we missed your party Friday. We didn't know if you were in having it. Bonnaroo canceled their party. We thought maybe you canceled yours. It was raining and storming.
Rue.
Is that what she called it?
No, it's what I called it. She may call it that. Any hootie.
Congratulations to Michelle, winner this morning on Name That Tune. What are we doing next? Because we don't have Monday's Misconnections anymore. And it's Movie Monday. I don't know.
No. It's a Monday menagerie.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Menagerie.
We still can't get it.
One of those. Lots of animal stories.
Still can't figure out how to say that right, can we? Let me tell everybody about Common John Brewing Company. They're closed today and tomorrow, but they'll be back at it on Wednesday, serving up breakfast starting at 8 a.m. The Scrambled Egg Bowl. That's my go-to. They got new menu items down there for lunch. They got some new pizzas, the Hot in Here. Try that one out. Also, if you get a chance, they got some new drinks as well. If you're not a beer drinker, that's fine. You can get you a soda, get you a water, whatever it is that you want down there at Common John Brewing Company. It's always a fun time. 210 Woodbury Highway, online, commonjohnbc.com. Common John Brewing Company.
Are you looking for a dental office that can take care of your entire family's dental needs?
I saw Dr. Carmine had did this procedure that he posted, and I don't know if you call it a procedure, but when I smile, sometimes I have like a Rocky Balboa thing go on where my bottom lip it kind of strokes down when I smile, like Sylvester Stallone. But there's pictures of a girl who had has a similar issue, and he injected something in it, so when she smiles, it's a nice even smile, and this one doesn't drag.
You can get that done?
No. I could if I wanted to.
Unless you like needles.
Needles are not my thing.
Monday Menagerie.
Oopsie.
You miss your mouth there?
No, it just kind of, I was still sucking on it when I let go, so it was still shot out of there. This Thursday, the high school football team is doing trench games. I've never heard of that, but I kind of wanted to go by and get some picture/video of that.
Do it.
Trench games. And then I think they're doing a 7-on-7. I don't know. I thought that might have been at Warren County, though. I need to check.
Warren County's not far from the house.
Indeed, it's not.
Same distance as high school, probably.
But I thought they were doing 7-on-7 last week on Tuesday against Warren County, and turned out it was Moore County. So I don't know nothing. I've decided that I can get my water in for the day if I have a straw. But if I'm having to drink it like out of a bottle, I'll just let it sit there.
I'm the exact opposite. If I try to use something with a straw, I don't drink any of it. If I got a bottle, I'll drink 8 or 9 bottles. I don't know why.
Sometimes I feel like for you it's a fidget thing.
Yeah.
Like you'll pick it up, you'll open it, take a swig, put it back down, and then you'll do it again. It's like
It's the autism in me.
I'm trying to hydrate. I have had a headache all weekend, and I'm like, I don't
I've been
want to
trying to shove water down her throat. I've been trying to take care of her.
I've been drinking water on my own.
She has been. I didn't say you hadn't. I'm saying I feel like I've been trying to take care of you, make sure you're happy, make sure you got the things you need. What?
You did. You did the dishes several days, even on Father's Day.
Yeah,
you did some stuff. You got up and cleaned gutters.
They were filthy. She said she liked that I was doing daddy things.
Anytime that I can give you props for doing something on the honey-do list, I'd be like, oh, Josh, your muscles look so big getting them leaves out of the gutters.
That was heavy.
That's hot.
It was heavy. It had like that black roof stuff. It's settled in the gutter and it's all wet, mixed with those oak twizzlies that fall in the spring up there. That back gutter was completely clogged. It was not working at all. But
it was making a nice waterfall off of the side of the house.
But it worked when it rained last night because I noticed it had washed some stuff out of the pop-up down there.
Oh.
So I was like, it must have worked when the rain last night.
I'm glad that thing isn't clogged down there.
I don't know what you do to get that out.
Show with Josh and Holly.
Thunder Radio Morning Show. Josh and Holly getting you to work, getting you home from work. We're getting you to school if you're a summer schooler. I know those people are out there doing that. Glad to have you with us. We got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week, and then it's the annual summer break for the morning show. We're out for a few days. We're going to be out for a week. We're taking off next week, too.
Last year, he let me off 3 weeks.
Not going to happen this year, probably.
This year, I only get 1 week off.
Make it a week and a half. I don't know. I don't know. Thursday is a federal holiday.
Right?
It's a federal holiday.
It's a federal holiday. No one's going to work. We shouldn't either.
People are going to work.
Yeah, people are going to work. All right. It's Monday, Menagerie. Menagerie?
I don't know. I'm just saying that to get in your head.
Is it nah or nah? Can somebody tell me? Galapagos tortoise celebrates 135th birthday and first Father's Day at the Miami Zoo. So, Goliath is a 517-pound tortoise at the Miami Zoo. He became a father for the first time earlier this month, and I think he's going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records as the oldest first-time daddy. Since Father's Day was yesterday, I feel like I needed to talk about it a little, at least.
I'm surprised there's still some fertility there. It's going to be Bill Belichick.
That's
his name.
He was born in 1885. Good night of living.
How do we even know that? Like, who was around then?
Well, he got to the Bronx Zoo in 1929. So whoever had him was like, here is this tortoise. He's this old,
He's been through both the Great Wars. How many people say that?
So he had been bred with several females throughout his lifetime at the zoo. Never sired an heir, if you know what I mean. But this time he did. The new hatchling's mother, her name's Sweet Pea.
How old is she?
Between 85 and 100. Bless
Okay.
her heart. Annie Hootie. That's one of her stories. Did you see?
So she about 40 years younger than him.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the average lifespan is for a tortoise.
They can live a
but
long time.
I know it's long.
Yeah, I mean, over 100 years, I think is pretty common.
Yeah. So a shark falls out of the sky
I saw that. There's a little
in Myrtle,
hammerhead.
in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So some unexpected gift. Nope. Let me try again. Some unexpected disc golfers.
Unexpected.
It said unexpected.
And they worded it wrong.
Were on the course. They were teeing off at a disc golf course when they saw an osprey carrying something over the top of them. 2 crows were chasing the bird, and they ended up dropping what was essentially a baby hammerhead shark. So these guys are on the disc golf course, and all of a sudden a shark falls out of the sky right there.
Was it dead?
It was dead.
Oh. Like, if that thing was alive, it's going to be a pet now. You come home with me.
And it was a little more than a foot long. He a little tiny guy.
Still, though. Can you imagine?
I know it sounds dumb. I know it sounds dumb.
Fishing, golfing. Yeah.
But if I was out there and all of a sudden a shark came down and landed, a fish of any kind came down and landed where I knew I wasn't close to where that animal survives, I would think, who threw that at me? Isn't that dumb? Like, I would have no other obviously a bird flying overhead dropping it makes perfect sense.
Perfect sense.
I hate that I didn't think of that first when I heard the story. I'm like, somebody throw that shark? How did it get there? Like, I'm a little ashamed that I couldn't draw that conclusion on my own of how it got there. Okay.
You and the girl one are a lot alike.
I got one more. So I saw that I was scrolling TikTok and I saw this video from a Guatemala zoo, and a gazelle is in like the water part of the exhibit. He's gotten in there. He can't get out. The gazelle is struggling, clawing. I don't know. It doesn't have an incline, so he can't walk out, and he just can't get his little hooves up on can't get out. So an elephant in the enclosure, about said encampment. Whoops. Walks over, gently reaches in, grabs the gazelle,
with
picks
his little
him up,
trunk?
puts him out.
I got you, buddy. Well, say elephants are incredibly smart.
Yeah.
And some of the smartest animals there are, I think. Like, they have little funerals and stuff if an elephant dies. Like, they have little send-offs and stuff.
Animals are amazing. There are sometimes when we hear of like a dog staying with a lost child in the woods, or you know, Lassie stuff. What is it, girl?
Homeward Bound.
I guess I know elephants are smart, but when you see animals do people things, it's like
they go over and pick a gazelle up out of the water and be like, "Oh, I got you, fella."
That's compassion.
We'll be
right?
friends now.
That's a feeling, right, that we have.
Yeah. I think you see like a dog or something, that's like more of a house pet doing something. So I know it's still impressive, but I think it's a little more impressive when a wild animal is going to go help another.
There you go. Yeah.
Wild animal.
That's a good point.
Like, this house pet loves people. Like, it's
that gazelle
has
never done anything. Yeah. What did I say? Did I call it a gazelle?
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes I don't know if the words I'm saying are coming out correctly.
No, you had it right. No, but this elephant just saw this struggling animal. It's like, I got you. We're cool. We're on the same
I just thought
team.
that was cool.
Same. Yeah, that's really neat. I wish I could have. Is there a video?
Yeah, there's a video.
I want to see the video of that. You know how I love a good
I know you do.
Animal video. I can't believe you not sent me that.
I don't. I'm not a big animal video sender. I figure you're gonna see it eventually.
A couple weeks later.
Yeah.
On Reels. Although I've been watching Charlie Kirk videos, so that's all I see now. I don't even see my animal videos hardly anymore. The girl one came up to me this weekend, said she wanted to start drumming. And she said, well, she said, I don't think anybody drums anymore. I don't think it's a thing. Nobody's a drummer. And I was like, there are 3 people who can drum in a 2-house radius here.
Yeah.
You got your mom and a couple of the neighbor kids can drum. And she's like, yeah, but I don't ever see it on TikTok. All people do is work out. I'm like, that's because that's the only videos you watch.
She should look at drum.
I was like, look up drumming videos, and that's all you'll see.
I see all kind of drumming videos.
I just think it's funny that she thinks that
because she doesn't.
That's
see
all
it,
she sees is workout videos. Says all kids her age do is work out. She thinks that it kind of struck
I think
me.
that's a common perception, though.
Yeah, well, if that's what you
if
see.
It's all you see. For instance, I saw this lady at a No Kings rally, a little old lady,
74 years old.
They interviewed her, and
Bless her.
And I promise you, she 100% was terrified. Like, she wasn't being dramatic. That lady was scared. She said, because she thought America was crumbling, and I think that's because maybe
she's watching a lot of MSNBC.
She's watching this is all the bad things that are happening, and if you're only looking at one side of something, you'll just get consumed with it.
I'm like, just somebody take away Grandma's TikTok and put it on Fox for a minute and see if she don't calm down. She's gonna get her blood pressure up. She was out there just in tears.
Yeah, it wasn't an act. She was 100% authentically worried.
It's not like some of these 25-year-olds who are like, I'm terrified for our country. Shut up.
Anywho,
birthdays are next on the Thunder Radio Morning Show. Overdrive, financed by New Haven Mortgage, newhavenmtg.com. When it's time to start looking for a home, maybe you're looking for a new home, maybe your first home, they can help with that. Over 60 years of experience in the home lending industry. newhavenmtg.com. NMLS 1477317. New Haven Mortgage.
Broadcasting from the Unity Medical Center studios.
We're your friends. We're your neighbors. Locally owned and operated. Thunder Radio. WMSR, Manchester.
Imagine walking into your dream home. Everything perfect, except for that pesky, flickering light and the never-ending drip in the bathroom. Don't let these little nuisances ruin your happy place. Trust Eaton Plumbing and Electric to bring back the magic. With decades of experience, we'll banish those annoying problems, from faulty switches to full house plumbing.
Now that's better.
Need a well pump system replaced? We've got you covered. Call Eaton's at 931-728-3568 today and let our expert hands restore tranquility to your happy place.
ADU Heating and Air is giving away a brand new central heat and air unit for free in our Red, White, and Cool HVAC giveaway. That's right. One lucky winner gets a whole new central heat and air system. It could be you. Enter now at thunder1320.com. That's thunder1320.com. Click the banner on the homepage. It's free to enter. Stay red, white, and cool with ABU Heating and Air. American Veterans United. Register now at thunder1320.com.
Selling your home? Don't settle for less. List with the best. At Steve Jernigan Realty, we go the extra mile before your listing ever hits the market. We offer all our clients professional photography, drone footage, and 3D virtual tours. We do whatever it takes to get your home seen by buyers across the country. Our top-notch agents, Steve Jernigan, Lindsay Perry, Deanne McKenzie, and Dusty White, are always available and ready to work for you. The personal touch that you only get with a local company like Steve Jernigan Realty. Start your search today at sjrhomesearch.com. That's sjrhomesearch.com.
Looking for affordable, reliable auto repair? Look no further than Millie's Auto Repair in Manchester. Whether you need a quick oil change or a complete engine replacement, Millie's has you covered. They offer top-notch service at prices that won't break the bank.
Hey guys, I'm Eli Mills, owner of Millie's Auto. You're going to work directly with me or one of my skilled mechanics, and we are committed to quality and honesty. For service you can trust and prices you'll love, head to Millie's Auto Repair at 354 Expressway Drive in Manchester. That's past Burger King on the right.
Are you looking for a dental office that can take care of your entire family's dental needs? Look no further than Carmine Family Dental in Deckard. Led by Dr. Carmine, their team specializes in both implant and full mouth restoration with a focus on cosmetic dentistry and smile makeovers. I'm Holly from the Thunder Radio Morning Show. My smile was completely constructed by Dr. Carmine and his team. Whether it's a routine cleaning or a complete smile transformation, Carmine Family Dental is here to help you achieve the smile of your dreams. Don't wait. Call Carmine Family Dental today at 931-967-6861. That's 931-967-6861.
Tennessee summers are the best, grilling, chilling, and streaming. Nobody offers synchronous multi-gig fiber internet speed and the ability to expand your Wi-Fi coverage area like Ben Lomond Connect. Plus, VLC is offering our customers a chance to win a free $300 value Weber grill or one of 9 free internet monthly bill credits. All you have to do is send a picture of your family grilling, chilling, and streaming to marketing it.
Because I forgot to switch it over. I guess y'all can just hear the people who pay the bills for a minute. Nobody heard the candle conversation because I didn't have it switched over.
Well, I had a whole conversation with Josh that y'all didn't even hear.
It was riveting stuff about candle scents.
What's your favorite candle scent? Like if you had to pick a favorite candle, what would you pick? Josh and I were talking about, I like the fresh linen ones, or it'll be like fresh cotton. They'll have different names, but
Birthday time on the Thunder Radio Morning Show, celebrating birthdays with you. We do this every day, usually, I don't know, a little after 8 o'clock. That's what we're doing here. At the end of the week, or the end of the day, we draw for a slice of birthday pie. Today, we'll be drawing for 3 slices of pie, a Saturday winner, a Sunday winner, and a Monday winner. So call in those birthdays. At the end of the week, we draw for a cake from the Food Lion. Last week's cake winner was Bethany Jones. We also draw for a anniversary floral arrangement from the Mossy Pot, Matthew and Terry Jotkovitz, winners of that last week. All right, let's get those birthdays in here. 728-1320. We draw this afternoon about 4:30 on Connecting Coffee County. Here we go. Happy birthday Saturday. Kyson Norris had a birthday on Saturday, 13. That's the only Saturday birthday that I've got down right now. So I'll keep adding to that list. Sunday, I've just got one as well. William Mize has a birthday on Sunday. And on this Monday, I got 2, Nathan Warren and Gary Chesser. Happy birthday. That's all I've got right now for birthdays. You can call them in to add to it, and we draw for that slice of pie this afternoon, thanks to the Mercantile Cafe, Bakery, and Gift Shop. Holly, celebrities?
I have one. He sang California Love.
Tupac?
Yeah, Tupac has a birthday today.
The late Tupac? No live birthdays?
None to speak of.
TikTok stars? YouTubers?
Probably. Like, there is a TikTok star named Berkey Booley.
See, we got to do the name of the day. The TikTok/YouTube star name of the day on the birthdays.
Berkey Booley. Happy birthday.
What do they do, I wonder?
TikTok star turned 20.
It's very frustrating. With some 20-year-olds making...
So you work hard your whole life to build something, and then some 18, 19-year-old kid is getting paid big bucks to...
Right. Gets on YouTube, and he's like, Tuesday, or whatever. It makes millions of dollars or whatever.
What's up, brother?
Yeah.
Remember that guy?
Is that the same guy?
Tuesday guy?
Same guy? I don't even know. Meanwhile, I'm just trying to sell some ads for $7 a piece over here.
Oh. All right.
Jody said there's no 7 on 7 Thursday.
Thank you, Jody.
For getting us filled in there. All right. Now we've gotten into a candle discussion. It's going to probably carry us the rest of the show.
Jimmy says cucumber melon is his favorite.
This is for candle flavors or scents. I like the clean linens, and during the fall time, I like pumpkins and apples. That's my thing.
And Annette says she likes Butt Naked, followed by Bourbon Butterscotch.
What is Butt Naked? Is that one that Gwyneth Paltrow put out?
No.
Because I like that candle.
No, you don't.
We don't have that one.
I'll hit you in the head with that candle if I thought you had bought that.
Have you not been tempted to just order it up to see?
I would light that candle and burn down our house if I found out that you bought it.
How much does it cost?
I don't know. I don't know. My favorite candle is clean linen. Apparently, Josh wants to smell Gwyneth Paltrow. Go marry her then.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just like to say,
Maybe she could put up with you. I don't know. Y'all can just smell each other.
What is wrong with you? Why do
Bunch
you
of
got to go
weirdos.
overboard like that?
James says cinnamon roll is his favorite smell.
Cinnamon roll sounds good. The food smell ones make me want to go eat. Though.
Annette says butt naked is actually a tropical scent.
I don't like the tropical smells. I don't know. It's too scenty. I like just
You like subtle?
Subtle candles.
Not me. I like to walk into a room and have it slap me in the face. That's why I like a man who wears a nice pungent cologne. Not too much. I don't want to choke.
Glenn says mulberry or lavender.
Mulberry smells good.
Yeah, I knew this was going to carry the rest of the show. We start talking about candle scents. Spruce at Christmas time.
Yeah.
I want the evergreen smells.
That smells really good.
You know what doesn't smell good is burnt evergreen. I was cleaning the gutters out Sunday and got next to that burnt tree that I burnt.
It still smells.
And it still
How are you
stinks.
going to get it up? Are you going to dig it? Or are you going to pull it
I don't know
up
what
with
we're
a
gonna
vehicle?
do.
We can't let it sit there. The landscaping looks nice and neat in the front, and then we got this big burnt tree right in front of the White House.
Give it something a little different. Yeah, well, I don't know what we're going to do with it. Probably just took it up to the truck, see if I can yank it out of there.
Pull it out. That's what I was thinking.
I don't know much about that, but I don't have an excavator to dig it out. Probably just hook it up, see if we can yank it out of the ground.
Yeah, we should try that.
I hate that.
While
That
the
was
ground is wet,
one
good
of the
and
first
soggy.
things we planted.
Yeah, you ruined that. I'm not even good at growing stuff, but I managed to keep that sucker alive.
Dirtworks in Manchester can help with the water flow on your property. Make sure it drains properly. Maybe Bonnaroo gives them a call. See if they can help it drain properly out there. They can help you out at Dirtworks. They do other things too. They clear land and sod installation. They do all the things at Dirtworks. 931-409-0782. That's 931-409-0782. Dirtworksforyou.com.
Now, another update from the WMSR Thunder Radio News Center.
Thunder Radio's local news update is
We'll come back for about a 5-minute conversation.
That's a long time.
We'll just talk about candle scents. Do you really have a lot to do today?
Do you have something that you need me to do?
No, honey. I just was at, you said you were super busy and I didn't realize that. I didn't know if there's anything I could do to help you.
No.
Candles, not the wax. We used to do the wax melts. We probably should go back to the wax melts based on the fire ratio we've started at our house. You remember the wax?
I make a mess with those. The ones that you plug in.
Yeah. Sometimes they spill.
Sometimes they spill.
I feel like they were more pungent though.
You do feel like they were?
I feel like they put out more smell.
I seen somebody.
I feel like they didn't last as long.
You know the little beads that you put in the laundry, like the little scent booster beads?
Yeah, I love those.
I saw people put those in their wax melter.
Do they work? Those smell so good. I love those. They make a huge difference in how your laundry smells. Another old person conversation. Holly has decided to switch to Tide.
I'm trying different things to see what I like.
Well, she likes the Tide, which is fine. It doesn't matter to me. I think it smells good as well. I just think it's a super old conversation.
I tried Gain, and then I tried
We used Gain for the longest.
the Persil, Percil. I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
It's okay. I like when my laundry has a strong clean laundry smell. I want to take a shirt out of the drawer and it smells like when I took it out of the dryer.
You hear your mama's name there?
I'm just seeing what she said. Seeing if she said library.
I make my wax melts in shot cups and call them scent shots.
Cute. That's a cute little name. Scent shot.
Get you a little shot of this scent. Mm-hmm. Mondays are always rough. They don't want to restart the week.
Yeah, I know.
After the weekend. We had a good weekend. Just chilled. Hung out by the pool. Pretty low key weekend, wasn't it? And then Monday. And I'm all motivated, though. Like about Sunday night, I'm like, I'm going to go to work and do all these things this week. And then Monday morning, I'm like, I don't want to do any of them.
Do you guys have a B&O Railroad Museum where you guys are? We do not.
I don't believe so. No. No railroad museum.
We do have railroad tracks.
And over in Tullahoma, there are a lot of
Trains.
Trains, yeah. I go I've stopped going the back way when I go over there because I get caught. I've gotten caught behind a train like 3 times doing that. I don't know why I just go over the viaduct, so I don't have to deal with that. Like 3 times I got stuck behind a train.
Have you ever rode on a train?
I don't think I have. If I have, I don't remember it. Like, not, I mean, besides like the little train at Lake Winnie, like a real train.
An actual train.
I don't think so.
I've never ridden on a train. Would that be something that you would like to do?
I think I would like to ride on a train. Like you see these train cars and.
Do they do like an across America thing where you can get on and just ride the train to different cities? And
I don't know.
I hate that I don't know the answer to that.
I would love to ride on like a high-speed rail. That would be cool. You wouldn't probably. Goes fast.
I might be okay on that.
But I don't
think that Thomas the Train has actually been here, but I do know that during Christmas time they do Polar Express things, maybe in Chattanooga.
I don't know. I don't keep up with that. I would like to ride on a train though. At the Braves Museum, they may still have it, but when it was at Turner, they had this old train car they used to ride in like the 20s and 30s when they would ride.
I've ridden on a trolley in
yeah.
Gatlinburg.
Hey, it's Heather with New Haven Mortgage, and you're listening to the Thunder Radio Morning Show with Josh and Holly.
Thunder Radio Morning Show here until 8:30, so we're about out of time this morning. We got a little bit of time left, though. Brought to you by New Haven Mortgage. Holly, welcome back.
Thanks, buddy.
A lot of deep discussion over the break about whether anyone's ever ridden on a train. We have not. There's no trains down here. I mean, not like passenger car trains.
Yeah.
There's freight. But I don't know where. I mean, I know in the Northeast, people talk about riding the train.
Who does the graffiti on the... Who's doing that?
Incredibly talented graffiti artist.
Because some of that artwork is very good. It just... Who has time?
Someone who's not working.
It's pretty. But you ought not. That's not yours.
There's a passenger. It's Amtrak stations in Tennessee. Dyersburg. There's 2 Amtrak stations in Tennessee.
wonder where they go.
New Orleans, it says.
Oh, that's cool.
Chicago to New Orleans with a stop. Well, there's one Chicago to New Orleans with a stop in Memphis. I don't think I want to go to any of those cities. Like, at which part can I get off? I don't want to get off in New Orleans. Sure as heck don't want to get off in Memphis.
Memphis, right.
And I will not get off in Chicago. So can I pull a little string and get off at some point somewhere else? I didn't know that. There's a station in Lebanon, Mount Juliet, for WeGo-Star. I don't know nothing about this. This is Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum. That'd be something different. So the Amtrak, I think, is the only like passenger one.
But we have high-speed rail.
There's no
here.
high-speed rail.
Not in the United States at all?
I don't think so.
Really?
No. Don't hold me to that. I don't think so. There's always the yap about building one.
Huh. I figured
But I
in
didn't
like
think that we had
in the bigger cities.
They have some faster trains, but true high-speed rail is defined by speeds of 186 miles an hour or more.
Oh, that's
It's
real
limited.
fast.
Amtrak has one in the Northeast Corridor that reaches 150 in some sections, but its infrastructure limits higher speeds. Brightline is, that's the one in California that who knows if that's ever going to get done. They're aiming for 200 miles an hour, but I don't think that they're having a lot of success with that project. I think that's one of those Kamala things that's been slowed down. But anyway, I would love to have high-speed rail. I think that would be super cool.
Yeah, not have to drive somewhere. I mean, you can just
Like if
sit.
I could high-speed rail down to Panama City?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Can we get there in 3.5 hours on a high-speed rail?
I would think so. At
Yeah.
200 miles an hour. How far is it to Panama City?
I would rather do that than fly, if that was an option.
I think it would be it'd be faster than, or just as fast as flying, probably in like Leslie's plane.
Yeah.
Panama City Beach is 420 miles.
Couple 2.5 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours, a little over 2.5 hours. You'd be there, so that would be fun. But we dream. That's good discussion to say we've never been on a train at all. Holly and I have not been on. We're not ridden on a train. That looks fun though.
It does look fun. That's something that I would actually do. I'm scared of everything, but
Those
I
train
would do
collisions
that.
are pretty violent when they have them.
Yeah.
When they derail and all.
I still feel like there's a chance to survive that. What about the one guy who survived that plane crash?
One dude.
One guy.
240 dead. And this one guy walks off.
You know what? That wasn't his original seat. He had swapped with somebody before the.
Ugh. I can't imagine the level in my mind the level of guilt that I would feel.
It would definitely mess with
Walking
you.
away from that and all those people died. and
Little
you made it.
babies and kids and
The level of guilt that would overcome me would be crazy. I don't.
survivors.
Survivor's
Guilt.
guilt. Yeah, I would not be able to function. Good thing I got a number for a lot of therapists. Which one of y'all can help me with survivor's guilt? All right. Anything else here this morning, Holly?
No. Hope everybody has a good week.
Yeah. Tell you about the Mercantile in just a second. Coming up in just a little while, I got a little morning show left, and then we've got Swap and Shop coming up in just a little bit. We've got the Rick Burgess show at 9, Vince show at 12, Connecting Coffee County with Tiffany at 3, Ramsey show tonight at 6. No Braves. They're off today. They'll be back at it tomorrow. You're listening to The Morning Show, financed by New Haven Mortgage.
Are you dreaming of a home to call your own or looking to refinance? Look no further than New Haven Mortgage, your local mortgage experts right here.
Murder mystery. That sounds right up Holly's alley. She likes stuff like that.
Yeah.
Escape rooms. We did that one time. She was big into that. I was not.
Josh doesn't like things
I tried
where he
to
has
help.
to participate.
I tried to help. I just wasn't good at it. I can't help that. All right, y'all. Mercantile's closed today. They'll be back open on Wednesday. So y'all talk to them about catering, special order baked goods. You can call them up. 723-2491 for the Mercantile in downtown Manchester. Tell them about Holly.